What's up, people? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel with the Mitsubishi Evo 3. I'm so excited to actually play with this thing. If you know anything about the Lancer Evolution lineup of cars, this is a sick one. I love this one. This is the last generation of the first set of cars that the Mitsubishi Evo ended up making, meaning that it's the best of the best from that generation. And I love it, man. I absolutely love it. It's a brand new car added into Forza Horizon 5, and I'm excited to play with it because, again, I love these things. Like, all Japanese cars are so sick, so I'm always welcoming of those when they add them into the game. And the Evo 3 is one of them. The Evo 3 is so cool looking. I mean, look at it. Look how cool this is. It's like old Japanese car meets like I don't know, because the concept remained, right? Like the Lancer Evo remained as a thing for so many generations and so many cars for so many years, and it's sick to see this now in the game. But I love it, man. It's so cool. I remember when we used to be able to see these on the road, and you just don't see them anymore, and it's kind of sad. I mean, you don't really see the, like, you know, Evo 4, 5, and 6 anymore either on the road, and those are very, very rare to see now. But yeah, I remember you see these on the road every now and then as well, but now obviously they're all gone. I mean, you just have some of them probably in storage or just you know, just scrapped at this point because they're just, you know, they're just old. But yeah, probably a lot of them are in storage. For people that know what these are, obviously, you know how special these cars are. Look at that. Very nice. I think from way back then, I'm probably going to be wrong with this thing, they still use the 4G. I think they probably still use the 4G all the way back then, because I'm pretty sure the Galant and everything, the VR4 Galant and all that, I think they all still use the 4G 63. But it's cool that this is now in the game. It's so, like, retro Japanese. Oh, that leather steering. Look how clean that leather steering wheel looks. That looks so good. Manual, of course, manual. You even have like a little screen there. That's cool. You have your dials. Oh man, it's so cool. It's so like retro and everything. I love it. The seats are sick as well. They're like bucket seats. Alright, so let me get out real quick. Have another look at them. Yeah, they look really good. Recaro's as standard. That's so sick. I love when car manufacturers used to do this and used to leave like the actual branding of whatever they have on, because they've obviously, you know, gone and you know, collaborated with these parts. So Recaro being one of them, obviously, as you can see there. Momo for the steering wheel, as you can see there. You even have Oz wheels as well, or OZ racing wheels, whatever you want to call them. As you can see there, like, it's just stuff like that that's just still being left on the car. This is a standard car as well. That's what makes it really, really cool. I want to drive it, boys. I want to drive it, then I want to do stuff to it. I don't want to ruin this thing, so I don't know what modifications or things I've done to this, or they've added into the game for this thing, but sounds alright. I mean, Evo 4 cylinders, the 4G63 just never really sounded that crazy or that insane, right? It just sounded like a 4-cylinder, like and if you've done some serious mods to it, it just sounds like a rally car. Yeah, the inside, of course. Didn't these have a boost gauge? No, I guess not, right? Was it the Evo 4, 5, and 6 that had the boost gauge in there somewhere? I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. But it sounds good. I like it. I do like it. It's actually quite quick. What are we at? B class. I'm pretty sure as standard this is also only got about 276 horsepower, right? Because that's what the threshold from back in the day was, when Japanese manufacturers always, like, they just kind of came to an agreement that all of their sports cars and sporty cars would have 276 horsepower. I mean, a lot of the cars made during that period weren't sticking to that rule, even though on paper they said that that's how much they had. And it was usually a lot more than that. Skylines being one of them, I remember that. I remember Skylines saying, oh yeah, we have 276 horsepower, and they were significantly more powerful than that. Well over 300 as well. 267. Yeah. I thought it was 276. Maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, it's a really nice car, and I'm happy that they've added it into the game. We definitely needed this. I definitely think now we have one from each generation, right? What I mean by generation, by the way, is the Evo 1, 2, and 3 were basically part of the same generation. They just kept getting facelifted, and, you know, they made a little bit more power, and they probably drove a little bit better. That was the same with the 4, 5, and 6, right? They kind of facelifted it, they drove a little better, they gave it a little bit more power. That's why we have this one here, which is the Evo 6, right? And then we don't really have an Evo 5 in the game, as you can see. But then we have an Evo 8 for whatever reason, but we never ended up getting the Evo 7 in the game. So we got an 8 and a 9 in the game. It's very strange with the guys that they decided to add it to the game, right? Super strange. Obviously we have the Evo 10, but that's like that's the ugly child. That's the one that's like, yeah, it's over there. You know what I mean? These ones from here back is where the good cars are, in my opinion anyway. Yeah, we have the Evo 3 now in the game. The 6, sorry, the Evo 3, the Evo 6, and then the Evo 8 and 9. It's very weird, isn't it? Very, very strange. Anyway, alright, let's do stuff to this thing, because I don't want to keep it stuck, because it's a little bit boring to just keep it stuck. What is available to be done to this thing without ruining it? Let's just say that, without absolutely ruining it. What is available? Okay. Oh my god, it looks so weird without the wing. It just looks like a Lancer with a body kit. If we were able to get rid of the body kit, this would be so funny looking. So strange. Honestly, the little mud flaps I'm gonna put on, they actually do look kind of clean. Got a little roof scoop. Do we just really only have like rally mods for this? I mean, I don't really mind turning this thing into a rally car for the sake of the video. I think that'd be kind of funny, but ideally I wanted to keep this thing as a street car. I might just keep it as a street car regardless. Mud flaps are sick though. I don't actually mind the mud flaps. Mud flaps are actually kind of cool. As for the wheels, we are going to upgrade the wheels to something else. We can't change the size. Oh my god, we can change the size of the original wheels. I'm keeping the original wheels on. 17s. I feel like 17s kind of like fill the wheel arches out a little bit more. I kind of want to turn this thing into more of like a little, like a time attack car, something like that. Something that will be really good on the road. I don't really want to take this thing rallying. I just don't. Maybe it's very good for rallying, you know. Maybe I'm completely wrong and it's actually very good for a rally car, but I want to take this thing and keep it on the road. But I want to keep it looking as close to standard as possible. What do we have for engine swaps? 6.2 V8. This is the LS Skyline engine, and then the Raleigh engine. We're keeping the 4G in it as standard, and then obviously we have a rear-wheel drive swap available as well if we really wanted to, which I really don't want to. I will, however, make this thing be as quick as it possibly can be with the standard engine on it. Race diff, brakes, big old carbon ceramics, race suspension. Oh, it looks good lowered. I don't really care about drifting it, but it looks good. It looks good lowered. It looks like a proper street car now. Weight reduction, of course. Alright, how much power can we squeeze out of this this engine then? Just with the standard setup. Jesus, it just revs. Those crackles are a bit ugly. That sounds decent. Actually doesn't sound too bad with the race exhaust. It's a little bit like more like lower tone, like less high pitched as it was before. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. There are some of them that actually sound alright. The launch control or the launch control, the anti-lag, and this one just doesn't sound that great. Alright, what are we looking at here? 722 horsepower for the street. 1074 kilos. That's really good. There is one thing that I forgot to change. That is the actual tires themselves. Oh my god, it brings it perfectly to S1. That's sick. That is sick. The only problem is that I don't... like, I have to add this sort of stuff if I want to keep this thing... You know what? Let's do that. actually doesn't look that bad. We've had some Forza parts before that just looked a lot worse. Let's keep this thing to the top of S1, so we can probably get rid of a couple parts here and bring this thing back down to S1, yeah, to S1 again. Perfect. That's perfect. We'll leave it there. 672 horsepower. Weighs 1,076 kilos. Oh my god, 1,260 kilos was insane back then. It's crazy to have that little weight on this car. That's mad. Alright. What are we looking at for the stats here? Okay, I need to adjust all of this. Look at the diff, it's 50-50 torque distribution because it's an Evo. Okay, what about visually? What color options do we have? We have the silver, the red, which looks very, very clean. Especially red with the white wheels. Very sick. We have a white, and then we have the black. Black was always the color that I kept seeing these around on the streets. Black was always the color. I've never seen them, I don't think, in any other color except for black back in the day. Maybe a white, but it's most of the time it was black. I'm very tempted to pick black for this thing. It looks pretty aggressive as well in black. I love the amber like indicators and the side markers. I love it. It's just so period correct. I absolutely love that. I'd never change those to clears. I know a lot of people would immediately change those to clears to try and modernize the car, but I love the amber side markers and the indicators on the front headlights. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Looks so good. Okay, let's take this thing. Oh my god, I know exactly the track that we're gonna take this thing out on as well. I know exactly where we're gonna bring this out. It's this one. This is the hill climb map that someone has sent me back a few months ago, and I tried it and I was like, this is sick. This is so fun to drive on. Let's bring this out on it. The thing is though, if you get to the top and you can come back down again, but I want to try it with this. Oh, it looks really good in black. Yeah, it looks so classic. Like it just reminds me of the cars I used to see on the road. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, this is quick. Let me change view as well. I feel like this is also going to be way too much power, but hood view is going to be very sick. Oh my god. Yeah, it just picks up and goes. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, this is... Oh my god, it's so fast. Oh my god, this... It's so sketchy to drive because it's really, really quick. I need to use like my handbrake to go around corners to try and break the back end around very quickly because these corners are so questionable. I really want to do a nice clean run, but oh my god, this is way too quick for this track. I mean, we did take out its younger brother, but it was a time attack version of it and it had a lot more downforce. Took out that Evo, what was it Evo 8 or Evo 9? Oh my god, yeah. I don't remember how heavy that thing was, but this feels just as fast as it, and it has less power. I remember that thing having like 900 horsepower or something like that. I need to like short shift. I'm climbing on the side as well. Oh, I'm falling. Oh, I don't know how that worked, but... This thing is hectic to drive on this. I probably should have picked a different map. I'm gonna bring it to a normal, like, Rivals event after this. Just to try it out. Because this thing is... Oh my god, like I said, really, really hectic to drive on. Oh, it's this bit! With the invisible wall here. Look, I can't go forward. I tried to skip over this. I tried to skip over this and it's just like, nope. I remember when we got there before as well, and I got my car stuck on top of it, didn't I? Oh my god, why am I in third? It just looks like I can't drive this thing, but I'm telling you, this thing is so quick to drive. It just gets up to speed very, very fast on a really, really narrow track like this. Oh my god. Right, let's take it out on an actual road course at the very least. At least, like, do something decent with it. I'll bring it over on, like, the Vulcan Sprint or something like that. It's still like a hill climb type of map, except it's on a normal bit of road instead. We could probably try an attempt to do a nice run there. Let's hop into Rivals Road Racing. It should be... There it is. Vulcan Sprint. And we are in S1. It's not going to be very fast, I can already tell. Sorry, it's not going to be, like, quick in terms of, like, a time that it's going to get, because it's just a lot of power with some tires, and that's pretty much it. But it is going to be super, super fun to drive, I think. It is hella hectic, though, to drive. Really, really quick, but it's, like, so hectic. So that's who my rival is. That's one of the... Whoa. That's one of the ghosts, obviously. But it actually isn't too bad. I think if I had maybe like a little bit more downforce, I could probably keep up with him. I obviously didn't add an extra wing on the back. I didn't add the Forza wing or anything. Imagine all-wheel drifting on 275s, racing slicks. Oh my god. Did I miss the checkpoint? I think I just missed the checkpoint as well. It slides too easily. It's just so... It's so easy to hop into a slide. It just oversteers very, very quickly. It could be my tune, because I made it so it kind of... Well, it doesn't... I didn't make it so the back steps out, I just made it so it doesn't understeer. I think I could adjust the tune maybe a little bit more to make it so... So the car doesn't oversteer as much. I think I can adjust that. But I made it because I didn't want this thing to end up... I didn't want this thing to end up understeering. I wanted this thing to get pushed along instead of pulled along by the front tires, if that makes sense. Like, even the torque distribution when it was 50-50 initially, I changed it to, I think it's 75. 75-25. Towards the rear. I mean, it handles a lot better, but like I said, it makes it a little bit more rear bias and probably a little bit more success. Can't say that word. Okay. Makes it more inclined. Let's just say that to oversteer, especially when putting down a lot of power. Thing is, though, it's perfectly fine when you're driving normally. Then it hits like a little patch where I'm like kind of lifting off the ground slightly, and as soon as that happens, it's gone. It's gone. That back end lifts up. This definitely needs downforce on the rear end. If I want to make this thing a competitive or more competitive car, it needs that downforce on the rear end. Because at high speeds, that rear end like lifts up a little bit and it's over. You just lose control. So I think a wing on the back of this thing, like an adjustable wing, that actually gives us a little bit of downforce, would definitely make a lot of sense if I'm trying to make this thing competitive. But I kind of just wanted to make this thing just a little bit interesting, a little bit fun to drive. It wasn't really to make it competitive with the way I built it. I like it a lot, man. I really like this Evo. I feel like there's a lot, like a million different ways that you can build this thing. I think you can build it for drifting, drag racing, rallying, whatever. It's just in this case I wanted to build it like this, just to take it out on the road and drive it like this. Yeah. I mean, I can spend hours here just tuning and adjusting and trying to make this thing as fast as possible for specific things, but obviously this is more of just a video where I get to mess around with the car for the first time and have a look and see what it's like. If you have built this thing for anything else, let me know down in the comments below. I'm definitely down to maybe give it a shot in a future video. Also, if you have a tune that you want to send over to me, maybe you built this thing for like rally racing and it's probably really good. You have a tune that you want to send me, go over to my Discord. Link to that is down below. I accept loads of tunes there where people send stuff over and I just, you know, sometimes I take them and I use them in a video and sometimes the video turns out really, really good. If you have like a really good tune or a really interesting tune for a very specific artist, send them over there. Over on the Discord. Go join it and join the rest of the community if you'd really want to. But like I said, this thing I absolutely love. I love old Japanese cars. I'm happy that they're adding a few of them in this game. There's another one that's coming out that's just exciting me. It's this. It's a chaser. Oh my god, man. Please, I hope that they got the sound right. I feel like people are gonna cheat and get this thing early, but I hope that they got the sound at least like close to right, because the 1J is such a good sounding engine, and I genuinely hope that they got it at least very, very close. I don't want it to sound like some of the other 6-cylinders in this game. Some of them sound not great. Let's just say that. So I really do hope that they've done a good job with the sound for that chaser. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The Evo 3 is an absolute beautiful car that they've decided to add into this game, and I'm very excited that they have. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.